Welcome to Sykes, the Bottom Line Pharmacy Podcast, your regular dose of pharmacy CPA advice to fuel your bottom line, featuring pharmacists, key vendors, and other innovators.
Your checks, yes, you can call me, cause we the best, Sykes and Company. We the best, Sykes and Company. Your accounting is a mess, there's no need for you to stress. Go online and request from the best. We the best, Sykes and Company. We the best, Sykes and Company. Yes.
The watermelon day.
Yeah, what was that? I was going to ask you about that. Are you
Well,
a watermelon fan or?
We have an annual tradition. Watermelon is my favorite fruit. So every year we buy a whole bunch of watermelons and we pick a day. And this year it happened to be on my birthday. We just cut it and put it in trays and then deliver it to all locations for snack.
Well,
That's a lot of watermelon.
Let me tell you this, and I think Scotty would back me up on this. If you like watermelon, about 10 minutes from us in Edenton is a place called Rocky Hawk. It's North Carolina. It is just a little farming community. They grow the best watermelons in the world.
They do.
And
I will tell you the same. It is like, you can go have watermelon anywhere and it's good. I love watermelon, but it's not like that.
Oh so, my God.
It is.
Maybe on our trip, maybe we'll schedule a trip because July is like prime time for the watermelons. We'll schedule next July in between trade shows, and I'll bring you a fresh one right out of
the. Oh, that'll be good. And you know what? I love all watermelons, seeded, unseeded, all of them. I just love all of them. I'm a big watermelon guy.
I'll tell you what, I like watermelon, but I don't like gnats. So the one thing she didn't mention about is gnats.
There's gnats everywhere.
On the melons
because of the melons. Yeah.
And you walk outside and there's 1,000 gnats. Little
they just fly in your eyes.
That swarm you. I don't know how you live. I don't know how you live out there.
You only live out there because you want the watermelons and the cantaloupes.
I don't go up there in the summertime because go up there in the summer and they swarm, but then they'll get in your car and we'll come back down here to Edenton 10 minutes away and you bring the gnats with you. So we don't go.
That's what Clark, my parents live that way, and he's always worried that they're gonna breed if we bring them back to where we are. So he seriously stops the car and tries to, I'm like, I don't think they're gonna breed from the 3 we bring back, but he thinks so. But anyway, if you want good watermelon, I will give them that. I think that's probably people come from all over to get them from there.
I'll stop by. I'll make a stop one day.
Yeah. Next time you're down this way in July. So how was the McKesson show for you, Hashim? Good. Learn anything new? Anything?
There's always something, like you sit down next to somebody who talks to you about something or encourage you to do something. Yeah. And I think that there are a lot of talks about AI. And I think that's been the buzzword recently. And a lot of people don't know how to get into it. They know it's going to be good for them, but they just don't know how to get into how to utilize, for example, ChatGPT to help them become more efficient in their pharmacies. So I think that at every conference, I think at least for the next couple of years, we're going to hear more and more. I think we're going to see more vendors who are going to be talking about AI. We're going to see a lot of pharmacists who are going to share some of their good experiences in utilizing AI.
Absolutely.
Awesome. What do you think? What do you think about it? I mean, where do you feel it's going to fit in pharmacy right now? I mean, to me, we're seeing a little bit on the workflow front, but that's about it. And it's not really kind of just scratching the surface right now.
I think scratching the surface right now. Data entry is going to be an area where I think AI is going to help significantly. And that's an easy one. We've been talking about data mining. Pharmacy owners have been talking about data mining at least for a decade. But data mining doesn't help much if you're not acting on it. So I think AI is going to help you after you do that data mining, analyze the data, and create your own dashboard where you're going to be looking at, okay, this is a KPI I need to work on. This week we did well here, so this can go on autopilot, but I have an issue here, and those are the ones that those are my red buttons that I need to look at. So I think that and I mean, initially, even like people like me, I'm 51, okay? When you talk about AI, it scares me. It scares me that I have to learn something new. I mean, learning Pioneer was a challenge initially, but now you're going to need to add the AI on top of it. And now even all the vendors are talking about implementing, putting or making AI part of their software. I mean, everybody's talking about
Yeah.
it. Pioneer is some delivery software, inventory software. So I'm taking a class right now, an AI class, and I'm learning more about how to create your own bot and how to make it know who you are better than you know yourself, and eventually being able to answer emails for you the way you would talk. I mean, Bonnie, the way you answer emails is different than the way Scotty answers emails, than me, than Austin. So I think that it would be nice to have an AI bot that will actually answers email the way you answer emails.
Exactly. Yep.
So like an internal agent. I think it's I've kind of heard that term being thrown around, that every company at some point is going to have, the employees there are going to have their own kind of internal agent.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I've kind of seen so far, is like for the pharmacy, is with the AI, is kind of like where people can call and they can even start some consulting with the bot, which kind of makes me, the little bit I saw, I guess it was at one of the shows. I mean, I see that it saves like the pharmacist time, but on a patient level, like I was a little like, it was a little exhausting. Just push this, say this, are you feeling this? And it's just a lot of back and forth. I don't know. Yet to be seen. I'm sure that there's a way to get it to be beneficial as time goes on. But that's kind of part of independent pharmacy too, is that personal touch. And so you kind of got to balance the two.
Freeing up the pharmacist to spend more one-on-one time with the patient. And I think the pharmacist is spending a lot of time today in doing things that can be handled by AI. So maybe in a couple of years we're gonna have the pharmacist be able to spend more than 50% of their time with the patient versus doing things on the computer, trying to check prescriptions and pre-check prescriptions and making sure the right tablet is in the right bottle. So I think more to come on this.
Yep, absolutely.
I think Pioneer and the script systems are going to have to get it in there and create tons of efficiencies. I'd have to believe the data entry, as you mentioned, is going to be a low-hanging fruit there. The KPIs, as you were mentioned, kind of going through and triaging the scripts or the patients or the issues that need to be addressed. It's definitely going to add a lot of value to the pharmacist, I think, in terms of freeing up their time and allowing them to focus on that patient more specifically. So I think it's really going to be a good thing for pharmacy.
We know it will. We just don't know how yet.
Yeah.
We know the why behind it. The why is because we have pharmacists doing a lot of things today that are not directly patient interaction.
Oh yeah.
So if we can eliminate some of that unnecessary work and have the pharmacist spend more time with the patient, I think you're going to get the best return on investment with AI.
Because you guys are wearing so many hats these days. I mean, it's just
a lot. And then you add to that pharmacy being a business owner. That's another hat.
Yeah.
Where can AI help as a business owner? When it comes to HR, we used to have to create standard operating procedures, and okay, how do you do this, and what do I do if this patient or if this employee did this? Now it's ChatGPT. You can just put it in there, and then it will tell you, and it will create the document for you if you need it.
Yep. Those kinds of things are fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
We're seeing it definitely on the accounting side too. It's just changing the whole way that we're able to do things, and it's not the end result is in the consulting piece is what's so important to us, and so it's getting those pieces before that more efficiently done so that we can help our clients quicker and help them know where they stand and consult with them quicker. You know, at the end of each month is a big piece, so we get that part. So I know last time we talked a lot with you about your ownership journey, which is one of my favorite stories. I hear it at the NCPA ownership workshop a lot when you're doing the classes there. If you guys have not heard that, go back. I don't know what episode it was, Austin, but I think it went viral basically, Hashim, for us.
Thank you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Thank you.
It'll be in the show notes in the description.
Yeah,
You'll see
so if you haven't heard that, go back and listen to that story. I mean, it really is awesome. Hashim's ownership journey. But one thing we did kind of want to talk with you really quick today, because we always we've spoke about this in the past, and I keep hearing one thing I heard the last couple of weeks at the shows. A lot of your fellow pharmacists are having trouble hiring and retaining talent. And that's one thing I think you do really well. So there must be a certain, secret that you've got. Yeah, we just figured it out. It's your annual watermelon. But really, like, what are you doing? And how many stores do you have now, Hashim? It always changes.
We have 20, but we're working on like 3 other ones. Like we just acquired a new specialty pharmacy, and we're working on a pharmacy in the it's on Cesar Chavez Street. That's actually a nice Hispanic neighborhood that we are looking forward to opening soon.
But so have to, when it comes to that, you can't manage all of that yourself. So you're not able to be there. So what are you doing to get key people in the right places and have great staff that supports you in your stores?
First of all, when it comes to hiring, you always look for people who have the skills to communicate not just with the patients, but also with other coworkers.
Right.
And when it comes to operation managers, those are the people at store level who are handling the stores. Okay, for example, Abdul at Hayat 5. We know that he knows how to deal with the employees. He has that emotional intelligence to know when somebody is having a bad day and how to recognize the other person's emotions and react accordingly, and also recognize your own emotions, because at the end of the day, even the leaders are human beings and they have their own bad days. So recognizing that and how to work with the employees, having employee engagement is like going to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one thing that you do that's going to change your culture. It's not one event or one act of goodness or kindness that's gonna create a beautiful culture. It's a daily things. It's a way that you walk in the morning and you say good morning to your employees. It's I had a pharmacist from Pennsylvania come and visit us last week, Jenny, and she was one of my ownership workshop students in the past. So she came and visited, and she's like, I want to learn what you guys do because I want to open a pharmacy one day. And one of the things she recognized, she's like, Hashim, how do you memorize all these names? Because we walked around. I took her to a couple of places. And she said, how do you memorize all these names? And I'm like, you have to. So when it comes to employee engagement, you have to, when you say good morning, you just don't say just good morning. You say good morning, Carmen, good morning, Jackie. And that makes a big difference. Also recognizing when somebody is wants to talk. Sometimes it's just listening, and it's so I had somebody actually in the room here only yesterday at 5 p.m. after our shifts. An employee knocked on my door and she's like, I just want to talk to you. And she was here. She talked for about 10 minutes. And you just listen. You do the active listening. You don't even have to respond. You just have to show that you're listening, and then you promise, okay, I'll get back to you by the end of the week, and I'll work on some of these issues.
Sometimes people, I think, just need to get it out, get it off their chest.
Sometimes they need to get it out.
Be heard.
And and then, of course, in addition to that, you also want to make sure that they see a future. So if you have an employee who starts with you as a cashier and they stay as a cashier for 3, 4, 5 years and there is nothing else for them, those are the ones who are probably going to become less and less engaged, and they're going to look somewhere else. Versus we've had people who started with us as cashiers and now they're operation managers. So you look for those people who are really good, give them opportunities to grow, and then usually those are the ones that stay with you for a long time. And make it a KPI too for yourself when it comes to HR. Look at what's your turnover rate. What's a seniority average for your employees? Are they staying with you for a long time? So you have to identify those issues or those things that you do on a daily basis to improve your employee engagement.
Yeah, I think that's huge. It's one thing to talk about, like, these are kind of the general things that help with the retention, and then there's another part to that where it's, hey, this is how you measure it. So this is how you know you're trending in the right direction. I think keeping both of those things in mind is important.
Absolutely, and make sure that everybody knows that this is important to us. That doesn't mean that you keep some of the bad apples. If there's somebody who's impacting the culture in a negative way, if somebody is not doesn't have the same values as you do, obviously give them a chance, give them a chance to fix things, coach them. But at some point, if you do feel that they are having a negative impact on the other people around them, then at some point you might just need to separate.
Right.
Because one person in a group of 10, if he or she is not the right person, and he or she doesn't believe in the values that we believe in, they can have a negative impact on the whole team.
For sure.
You're only as good as your team.
Absolutely.
You got to invest in your team.
Absolutely. And then you look also about what other things, if you're trying to recruit, what are people looking for? What's the whole package that you're going to offer them? We just recruited a representative from GSK, and her name is Kristen. She is wonderful. We've been working with her for so many years on the vaccine side because she's been the rep for our vaccines. And we felt that she's a person that can fit within our pharmacy culture. She came on board with us, and now she is a salesperson for Hyatt. Now, we also had to recognize, okay, in order for you to get a good talent, you have to offer her a good package. So you look at, okay, what's being offered in this area for a person with these skills, and we offered her, and we were able to recruit her. And honestly, it's a challenge. 2025 is not the same as, for example, 2019 when it comes to net profit for the pharmacies. And you all know this, you're all accountants. So now how can we balance between offering good packages to the pharmacists, to the drivers, to the technicians, and also staying in business. That's
Right.
balancing this is becoming a challenge. Um, but again, you have to do that in order to stay in business.
We just see struggles with people with one store, so I can't imagine how you balance this times 20. So kudos to you.
I mean, you have good leaders in the stores, and and they take care of it.
People is your second biggest expense outside of the inventory. So
absolutely,
it's a big deal.
Absolutely.
That's just that's the pharmacy world.
We have Kevin, for example. Kevin is our district manager. Sometimes on the weekend, he'll just think of an idea, and he's the AI guy. We were talking about AI earlier. He just thought of an idea of how we can look up the data, do data mining for inventory for a product that a pharmacy is trying to order, but another pharmacy has, and it's sitting on the shelf and it's doing nothing. And now he came up with an AI idea where we can it will give us notification right away, and we'll move the product from store A to store B and save money, of course. Now, if he wasn't engaged, if he was not an employee who's engaged, he would have been like, it's not my job. Why should I even worry about it? But now he's the one who's going the extra mile, looking for ideas to save us money. So keeping the employee engaged is also good for the business. It will give you a good return on investment. You were talking about inventory earlier, Scott, and Scotty, about how it is our biggest cost. It is a biggest cost, and if you can think of an idea that will lower the inventory by 5%, that's going to save you a lot of money.
For sure.
AI will definitely play a role in that inventory piece in the future. No doubt about it.
Absolutely. And employee engagement. So AI will help, and the employee engagement, having somebody who's thinking out of the box to think of an idea to save us money.
And somebody's going to have to manage the technology too as well. So like you said, that employee engagement, like you can have all the greatest AI, but there's somebody's going to have to be looking over and making sure it's not breaking and it's doing it's taking all the operations, and so there's got to be that person involved.
People are just interested in different things. I know here at Sykes, Chris, Scotty's brother, runs the IT department and like all the AI and software and stuff. And so often Chris will ask if anybody else on the team is interested in AI or interested in testing out products that we might be interested in bringing on board. And so it's a great way to get people that are normally they do like accounting work or some sort of operations work to get them to explore their interests within the firm as well. So that's a good kind of you mentioned that he's into AI, so it's kind of incorporating something that he's interested in within the pharmacy.
Now, imagine if there is if there's an organization where employees are not engaged, and there are a lot of organizations like that, then nobody would be interested in being part of this. So when Chris asks who wants to test AI, I'd be like, no, I don't want to. I have enough work to do. But the fact that you have those people who are interested, that tells us more about the good culture you have. That this is a culture where you're encouraging people to think out of the box. You're encouraging people to look for ideas to make Sykes and Company a better company.
Right.
The continuous improvement that you have. So you have a culture of a continuous improvement where people are willing to help. And that's a good culture. You guys should be proud of it.
Yeah, and it's great to see. I think we've done a pretty good job of that here too. Talents outside of accounting that everybody has, and let them run with it with certain projects, and that's seems to go over really well. People do a great job. Yeah,
absolutely. And then
it's all about helping your team be the best they can be in whatever that area is or what they're doing. That's something we strive for here.
But the important thing is, what do they say about you when they're at home? What do they say about you to their spouses, to their children, to their parents? Because they might say good things about Scotty and Bonnie when you're in front of them, But if they're not engaged, then they might go home like, oh, I don't like my job. But it sounds like you guys have created a nice, beautiful culture where people go home and they say good things about Sykes and Company, and that's great. I mean,
we hope so, but you never know. You should hear the things I say about Scotty sometimes at night.
I get home and I'm like, you wouldn't believe what Bonnie did.
That Bonnie again.
Holland, oh gosh. I might say that.
But see, I mean, I work with Kathy, okay, one of your coworkers, and we love her. I mean, she's working with us. We're not her boss, okay? We're not Alan or Scotty or Bonnie, and she is awesome, and that tells us about how great your culture is, and that's the culture I want to have for my pharmacy. And
Hashim, I do have to tell you, if we're talking about bosses, Alan made me eat at the Cracker Barrel there at McKesson Show 4 times while we were gone.
Oh.
Okay.
So 4 times. Is he frozen?
I think he's frozen.
Or he's not shocked. He's like, there we go. Yes, 4 times. He loves Cracker Barrel, and so we kept going and going and going and going.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Yes, he's great. But I needed a change up for our meals at the show, but we kept going. They knew us by name there.
Well,
anyway,
if the boss likes it, I guess.
Hey, we had a pretty cheap our meals were cheap. I know, I can't complain.
Hashim, you mentioned this is totally off topic, but you mentioned starting new pharmacies in different areas and things like that. Have you ever looked at the new market tax credits for your locations that you're looking?
No.
Those can be very significant tax credits for lower income communities where you're starting pharmacies or health clinic, health type businesses. I mean, that's
myself a note.
That's big dollars. Tax credits that I don't know, whether they're fit for your model or not, but that's something I would certainly be looking at, Hashim, is those new market tax credits and grants and things like that.
Milwaukee is losing a lot of pharmacies, just like a lot of big cities in the country. Walgreens just announced they're going to close a few more stores in our area. CVS has closed some stores, and of course in other states, Rite Aid has closed a lot of stores. So that's creating some pharmacy deserts.
Yep.
And a pharmacy desert in the inner city of Milwaukee, it really is a desert because a lot of those people are on the bus, and it makes it harder for them to get to their pharmacy. And sometimes they just decide to go without their medication because it's so hard to get to the pharmacy. And everybody loses when in a situation like this. Everybody loses, including us as citizens, because these people might end up in the emergency room with major issues. So
everybody,
everybody. So I think that's this market tax credit makes sense because they're gonna try to help fill in the gap and try to get rid of those pharmacy deserts.
They want to create an incentive for people to fill that gap.
They're tripled. We have 6-figure credits.
And we have areas in Milwaukee where it's really hard to find an urgent care clinic. So when people need to be seen and they can't be seen by their primary care, what do? They go to the emergency room, which is a waste of resources, a huge waste of resources. So we do have those deserts, those urgent care deserts too.
Yeah, well, definitely check those out. They might be very beneficial for you.
We were talking about employee engagement. I've created an employee engagement PowerPoint. So if you guys ever want me to, and this can be just for Sykes and Company, if you guys ever want me to do something for Sykes and Company, I'll be more than happy to present it. You guys want to talk all in? Yeah, this
what
can
a treat.
be. Yeah, so if you guys ever want me to
send it to Alan, yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
let's
send
do it. Awesome.
Oh, you know what? I have it in a PDF, so I can actually send it to him right now. So
Alan sends us a daily. He forwards us a daily motivational thing every day to everybody.
He does,
and he adds on his own little.
and sometimes all he does, sometimes all he adds on is just the word "yes" with an exclamation point, and you're just like, yeah, that's right.
You know what? I'll text it to Scotty and Bonnie, and then you guys can share it with him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
We would love that. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do that. I'll do that.
Well, Hashim, I don't mean to cut you off, but I gotta hop on another call here.
And you know Hashim's busy.
I know you are very busy, so I don't want to keep you from all the things you gotta do as well.
I'm gonna send you this. I just texted you the PDF, so if you guys can look at it, and if you guys want me to just do an internal presentation for your team, I'd love to. I really like working with all of you. All of you have good culture with a very positive personality. Every single one of you.
We say the same about you, 100%.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Well, Hashim, we enjoyed having you on the podcast once again. A legend here, so always a pleasure to have you, and we'll talk to you soon.
I'm sure we'll have you on again at some point.
Yeah. Thank you. I always look forward to seeing all of you. You all have a nice day now.
You too. Thanks, Hashim.
Yes.